While the Tobago Hotel Association is all for the Sandals Resort in Tobago, the organization feels something should be done now to fix the current state of Tobago's industry. President of the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association, Chris James, says not much is being heard about the plans for the resort in Tobago. He was responding to proposals for the tourism industry as outlined by THA Secretary of Finance and the Economy, Joel Jack, in his budget presentation yesterday. Patricia Nicholson has more.
Chris James isn't too impressed by the budgetary estimate for tourism for fiscal 2018 and says it suggests the THA isn't very serious about tourism.
The Secretary said that tourism was the main economic driver for Tobago, I believe, in his speech, and the budget allocated doesn't represent that. What we really need to do is sit down, create a roadmap of where we need to go so that we can get this industry back up and running. The industry in Tobago is on its knees at the moment. People are struggling to survive. The air and sea bridge problems mainly the sea bridge problems have put an end to the Trinidad visitor, which we were very heavily dependent on.
In his presentation, Finance Secretary Jack said the Sandals Resort will be a game changer for Tobago's economy. Hoteliers may agree, as Mr. James says, they welcome Sandals to the island.
The problem we've got is the lack of communication, the lack of consultation, and that is a challenge. It really is part of, the consultation process needs to be part of going forward. And to be fair, we cannot wait until Sandals opens. We are in a desperate situation at the moment, and we need to get some relief for the people that are in business at the moment.
But he says as much as they welcome the benefits a Sandals Resort would bring in the longer term, short-term solutions are needed.
What Sandals will bring is airlift from North America, which we've not been able to get. Plus, it has tremendous marketing ability. So that is a positive, but it's years away. It's a number of years away. And we don't have that time. The industry as it stands now, in fact, the private sector, it's not just the tourism industry, the private sector in Tobago is really on its knees. And we need to sit down and work out how we're going to get out of this.
In presenting his budget estimates for fiscal 2018, Finance Secretary Joel Jack said Sandals will increase room stock, lure international flights, and assist in marketing the destination. I'm Patricia Nicholson for C News.
Meanwhile, Chief Secretary Calvin Charles is asking Tobagonians to have some patience regarding updates on the Sandals project. Mr. Charles was questioned by reporters as to why the THA was not very vocal on the matter.
Have patience, my dear friend. Have patience. Rome was not built in a day. As I did promise, once we begin to get information that we feel can be disseminated to the population, we will do so. As you know, we have begun our negotiations, and negotiations are at a very delicate stage. But don't worry, you shall be advised appropriately.
Said Tobagonians would be able to give their input mainly on the environmental aspect of the project.
Consultations in the main would revolve around issues relative to the environment and so on. And therefore, as soon as the application for CC and so on, the Environmental Commission will set up those conversations. And of course, we'll expect Tobagonians to participate fully.
And we caught up with some people on the streets in Tobago today to find out what were their thoughts on the Tobago budget.
What I believe they should do about the tourism in Tobago is that you can't go abroad spending all this money to bring people in Tobago. What you need to do is fix Tobago first, fix the tourist destination areas, and then bring the people.
They could have focused on things for the pedestrian, like by the light and life, school in front there, they could add a walk over to ensure the safety of the students, because it's not safe for them to be crossing every morning. Sometimes people have to swing away from accidents.
That entire waterfront section of Tobago is an eyesore. So right now they should work on that, should be one of the main focus. The infrastructure of Tobago on the whole needs a lot of welding, but right now they should focus on fixing that waterfront area, seen as always the main part of Tobago.
I found the allocation was a little too bit. it could have been a lot more, given the fact that the whole financial situation has shifted. We no longer focus on oil and gas, and we should not rely totally on oil and gas. Clearly, we have seen over the years where the trust now is towards tourism, and we know that we are a tourism country, particularly Tobago, and we should pump money in that direction.